Hello everybody, this is a Remington standard number 7 from 1908. It's a USA typewriter. It has many particularities that we will see in detail. Upstroke typing bars, bland writing, a very large ribbon, etc. The number 7 has been a successful model from Remington, around 250,000 having been sold. The frame is black with nice gold decoration all around. There is a logo with their motto, "To save time is to lengthen life." It was produced starting from 1896 and like the previous models it was blind writing. It means you could not see what you wrote. But it was one of the last models with blind writing. The subsequent Remington number 10 started to have visible writing with normal front striking typing bars. You see here the name of the typewriter in gold and the keyboard. It was manufactured by Wyckoff, Siemens and Benedict of Ilion, New York, USA. In Italy, they were initially imported by Cesare Verona of Turin. Here you can see one of his advertising from an Italian newspaper in 1923. At the beginning of last century, Remington was very diffused in USA and also in the world. They had a lot of offices also in Russia. In the manual they also showed their factory. It has many chimneys with a lot of black smoke, and all the time it meant that the factory was very busy working, and it was fantastic. In present times it would simply mean that the factory is destroying the planet, and that would not be a very good advertisement. I don't think that nowadays Apple would present their factory like this. Times have changed a lot, you see. This model number 7 was originally a variant of the number 6, intended for foreign languages. It differs from the previous model, the number 6, primarily in the number of buttons, having 42 buttons instead of 38. The additional buttons were necessary for the additional characters typical for foreign languages. For example, the A and other accented letters for Italian, C for French, O for German, N for Spanish, etc. Of course, these additional buttons were found to be very useful also for English language, so the number 7 soon became best sold than the number 6 model and substituted it. In this typewriter and in the majority of the typewriter at the beginning of last century, you cannot see what you wrote. To view what you type, it is necessary to lift the carriage using the lever located on the left of the carriage. Now it would seem bizarre. It's similar if you used Windows Word with the video turned on the other side and you had occasionally to turn the video to check what you wrote. The position of the printed characters on the paper is indicated by the scale, and this indicator tells you where you are typing. The scale is the same here and here if you raise the carriage of the typewriter. There is a 38 mm ribbon carried between the spools on horizontal axis. Here the ribbon shows the signs of time. You can wind and rewind the ribbon with this little crank. It's fun to use it. You can also reverse the direction of the ribbon. The machine is an upstroke design. with the type bars arranged in a vertical circular basket. The levers rest vertically and move from bottom to top. When you press a button, it pushes the lever with the typing character towards the roller from bottom to top. You see? The levers of the kinematic of the typing characters are not in metal, but seems to be made of wood or a kind of plastic. You would not expect it. So let's type something. I don't see anything, and I have to raise the carriage to see what I typed. So if you have to write something in a specific part of a letter, let's say on this line, you have to place the carriage on the line which it is desired to print, exactly at the edge of the scale. It's not so easy like in the current typewriter, since you will not see where you are typing. You have to place the sheet of paper on the exact position and turn the cylinder upward 2 lines. The bottom of the letter printed will be exactly upon the desired line. You see? Let's say you want to write here. You choose where you want to type using the right knob. You go 2 lines back, see the number on the scale, close the carriage, position the carriage on the same number in the scale and type like this. You see, it's complicated. Now you understand why the secretaries of beginning last century in the pictures seems always desperate, sad and never smile. You see in the current advertisement secretaries are much more happy. That's the reason. They don't have to become mad to see what they write. The machine is equipped with a Goring decimal tabulator. You set the tabulation stops here with these removable sliders. I set only one slider to keep it simple. This tabulator allowed the typewriter to be used in filling forms by moving the carriage to preset positions without repeatedly using the type bar. You use the tabulator with this button here. It was mainly used to write numbers, so if you have to write, let's say, 100, the typewriter stops here. If you have to write 10 millions, you press this button and the typewriter stops here. You see the numbers are aligned. 15 to capital letters is made with this button who moves the carriage forward. There is a blocking mechanism for uppercase letters, this lever. The color selector is made with this lever on the left. The sheet of paper is inserted here. You can move the central paper guide so that to facilitate the insertion of the sheet of paper. You can regulate also the pressure of the paper sheets on the roller. You could also have many sheets to make copies with the carbon paper, so you can vary the distance with this screw and have the paper more or less closer to the roller. You see? On the left, this lever is to release the paper sheet in case you want to adjust it. This is the interline lever. And this is the interline selector. To return the carriage to the left margin, you have to pull this lever toward you, but very gently, otherwise you will raise the carriage. This on the left in the front part is the carriage release lever, to move it freely to right or left at any time. The margins are here on the back. You can set the margins moving these sliders on the bar, pushing the lever like this. Actually there are other two stops on the side of the bar, and also these can be set moving these two other sliders. When you are near the margin, the bell rings, and after hitting the margin you cannot write further. But you can bypass the margin with this button, and you can write other characters. This is the bell mechanism. With this tooth wheel, you can regulate the tension of the pull cord. This typewriter is different from the modern ones. It's interesting to see how different were typewriters once a time, and how much engineers worked to make secretaries happy. Have a nice day.